Hey, this is Rich from Oklahoma. Thank you for stopping by to take a look at my video and take a look at some of the ideas that I come up with as far as my fuel filler. I mean, the idea for this fuel filler is nothing new, don't get me wrong, but I like to give my perspective because what I found is that no one's really talking about is the inside the bed itself of how to cover that up, how to hide what you got going on there. Um, So I thought I'd just give my view on it. Also to let you know that everything that you see on here, I made myself. I'm not a genius in any way. I'm just a poor guy just trying to figure out stuff. And I just couldn't afford to go buy that $300 setup and still not even have some way to cover up on the inside of the bed. All you get is on the outside. So I thought that was just kind of pointless to spend that much money to get in your Taillight, which is great. They did a lot of R&D, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, they didn't give you a way out to cover the big hole, gaping hole you're going to have there, or at least give you an idea or different ideas of how to correct that problem. So, so like I said, I just have some ideas I got bouncing around. And I'm going to have another short video coming up to talk about some other stuff. And then I'm going to go ahead and come on back and talk some more. So hang in there. It's not very long. And thank you for stopping by. Hey, I'm back again. I want to show you something. You know, for us poor folk, and I promise you I'm right there. And, you know, I don't have all the fancy, all the fancy tools to bend stuff or, weld. I do have a welder, but it's, it ain't the top of the line. It's just it does okay. I don't have a brake as far as bending metal goes. So I just want to show you something real quick. You can do this yourself at the house. I just made one and stuck it inside my vise. Now I'm going to take a hammer to this and bend it over. And then, hammer it until it's flat and square like I want. But I just want to show you that just real quick. You can do with what you got. You just got to find what you have. You can make, even if you got the knowledge of making and working on a truck like this, and you're worried about all kinds of fancy tools, this kid right here ain't got it. Anyway, I'll show some more videos or pictures after I get this all bent into place. Alright. Okay, well I'm glad you guys are still hanging in there and watching these videos. I'm sorry that they're pictures and all that. Unfortunately, I'm the editor, I'm the producer, I'm the guy that's filming. Yeah, I'm the guy that does everything. So just bear with me a little bit. I'll get some of these pictures by. Again, I just want to show you my view of what I did to put this together in some still shots. So that way you can take a look at it and stop instead of watching a video. And I really liked how this came out and all that. So, well, anyway, I got a video coming up. One more video for you to watch. It's just a short 8 minutes. That probably goes into a little more detail of what's going on. And again, here we go. Thank you. All right, so here's what I got. This is the left rear corner of the rear fender on the bed. What I have done is I had made my own pieces. I made my own pieces. And don't get me wrong, I did copy some ideas, but I couldn't afford to buy the piece that goes in there. I couldn't. I could use that money somewhere else. Let's be really honest. Okay? So, I'm going to give you an opinion of what I did, and you guys can take it from there. So, online, everyone says, oh my gosh, doesn't that look great? That's awesome. Yeah, that's where it goes. Yeah, whatever. But nobody shows this side, the repair, and what to do. Or at least give you a flipping idea of what to do. I don't know why that is. I don't know why they would show you this part, go through all of the drama of this, but then they don't talk about this. Well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk about this, because there is a lot that goes on when you cut this open. There is a lot going on. So here's what I did. I had to cut this all the way out to here because the way my filler is, so let's see if I got that right. Okay. So my filler goes there, okay? The filler goes there. As you can see, it's real close to the edge here. So I even had to cut this out all the way up to here, which then it turns up to here. All of that's in the way. All of it. I had to leave enough room up here for the vent hose. So that way that goes down to the tank as well. So that being said, let me show you what I did. So that being said, how am I going to bond this whole entire corner to give this its support? That's what we have to talk about. So I put another plate right down here. I'll have some pictures of that during this video, right there. So my idea is I welded this together, I welded all this together, welded this together, blah, blah, blah. Now, listen, these welds here do not have to be perfect. As you can see, mine are not, but at least it's welded. But you don't have to have them perfect because it's going to be covered. Unless you're taking your stuff to a car show where they're going to take your truck apart, just weld it, put it together, send it. Okay. So my idea to bond this corner back together to give this whole thing its support is I welded this, made a little plate here, and let me see if I can get and I'm going to weld this to that right there. Okay? This way, it'll bond this side to the corner. Then I'm welding this here and up here. Okay? Now, that being said, that will bring this side part back together again, just like it was from the factory. So then I started thinking about it. Wow, this is still kind of open. So I put in these nut rivets. I made this box. So it goes into place just like that. Now these are up here. I did not make the holes that big because I want it to be really tight here. And I'm going to probably have a piece of foam or something inside there to block out any other stuff. Here I made these almost even with the rivets. So that way when I bolt it down, it will be super flush. Okay. Then my plan is I'm going to drill another hole here. Another hole here. And I already have one drilled right now. These three here will go into the bed. Okay? So that being said that they go into the bed, I got to grab a chair, guys. I'm getting old. Yeah. With that being said, this now will be bonded literally to here, bolted together just like it was from the factory. It will be bolted here, here, and here to the bed, pretty close to how the factory had it. So that's going to bind or bond this here to that metal. This is going to bond to this metal. And then these three here, when they're going down to the bed, just like it is here, this will bond to the bed. to make it, or give it its overall strength. So I just want to show you what I done and how I fixed this corner or made this corner. Now, well, you guys can do the same thing. You guys can fabricate just as good as me. Y'all ain't no different than I am. I got to be really honest. I made all this stuff. This stuff right here is not online. The part that goes on the inside where your filler goes, that's online. That's $300. I just couldn't do it. So I made all my own. I made all my own. And if you do want to know, this here is there's no cap. There's no cap. So this I got off of eBay. This did have a longer metal piece of tube that goes on it. I forgot what I paid for it. It was like 26 bucks, something like that, free shipping off of eBay. This is for a 2017 Ford Festiva. So there's no cap. Oh, and for those that are Chevy, Ford, whatever, hey, it's now a Chevy. Anyway, so I seen the other videos that people were back here and they're like, oh, look at this and look at that. But then they got to stick their hands in there to try to get to the filler cap. No, I'm good. So this is why I got this. I can just shove the nozzle in there, fill her up, move on. My hand don't have to get down there. It's all good. So I will be posting some pictures right after this video. And then you all have fun. We're gone for the moment.